appreciate the help.
Two
guys.
E's, no I's. Appreciate you, Papa.
Appreciate you, Papa.
Let's go.
Listen, guys, we're back. Animanga Junkeez, 2 E's, no I. It's your boy Fred, aka Noxious, aka Noxious FX. Wow. Co-host.
It's your boy Kervs, aka Casey Silverback. You already know what time it is. We back. We never left.
It's Brad, aka Bad Liar, aka that was my son.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You did a great
Yes,
job.
sir.
And last but never least, the 4th C, producer, co-host.
Yo,
Benji
what's up, guys? Yo,
Benji
I got
Moto-san.
someone join me.
Yeah.
Join me. I think I lost my job.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to. They're gonna love
You're
that.
out, you're out.
I think we got a new
Intro guy.
announcer. So
Yeah.
We can play it at the beginning every time.
Who just fucking loses it?
But yeah, no. Welcome back, guys. Looking forward to an amazing episode. I've even seen some One Piece talk. So like, I'm really excited. I mean, there's a lot of
We're
stuff
in
just been
game
popping
now.
up.
Yep.
Some of our reels have been popping up on my feed. So
going
hey, you
crazy.
better
You know what I'm saying?
like it.
Crazy.
Hey, I'm
Going
catching
crazy.
you in the views. No.
Listen, so with what's going on in One Piece, we're endgame. Oda's just feeding us lore, man. Just feeding us lore. We're just going to have to double back. We had to double back. I know we talked a little bit about chapter, what was it, 1138? We talked
37. 37 we talked about last.
37.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not last. What was that? Okay. I know we talked a little bit about okay. I know we talked a little bit about chapter 11. No, we talked a little bit. Like he brought up the Cerberus. So cut this. This is not going to be part of it. What I'm saying is,
it was a spoiler.
That's fine.
I know it was a spoiler.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what I was going to say was, I know we talked a little bit about
Okay,
chapter
okay, yeah.
1138. We're going to kind of focus on this. I know the spoilers. That's what I was getting at.
Okay. My
I
bad.
know we covered.
My bad.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
It's okay. All right.
How about you start back from the intro? Because
After we did the 4th seat.
after we did what I just did, how you just took it over, go right back from there.
Okay. All right, cool.
Because that would be the easiest. Let me just note this really quick. Hold on, sorry.
There we go.
You good, Papa?
All right.
My man.
All right.
Believe it.
Yep.
That's my
All
ninja
right, guys.
way.
All right, guys. So I know we had the One Piece talk already, but things are going crazy. We're in endgame. Oda's just feeding us lore right now. So I know we talked a little bit about chapter 1138. I believe it was 1138. We're gonna get more in depth about this one. Also, some spoilers dropped for 1139. We're gonna talk about that as well. But things are going good. Things are looking good for One Piece. Things are looking good for the Jormungandr theories.
Jormungandr is going crazy right now.
Theory is still alive.
13, 14 weeks later.
I mean, when Oda tells you there's a serpent of hell,
Yeah.
and he's spitting fire. What do you expect to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of fits because where's Loki? Where's Loki residing in?
I mean, honestly, if we're going to talk about this, I know Fred had a very interesting theory.
Will you get right into that?
We're going
one?
right into
Let's
it. Fred
go.
had a really
Let's cover the chapter real quick.
Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
so if we're gonna cover the chapter, let's talk about that scene where we see Shamrock introducing his blade Cerberus.
Oh my goodness!
So-
Go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go.
So when we talk about that, right? So now you kind of see there's a similarity between him and Shanks about not eating devil fruits, wanting to be able to swim.
Yep.
The devil fruit's in the sword,
Yep.
and it's awakened.
Yep.
The fact that he has that, so that kind of tells me right now that he either is on the same level of Shanks or a little bit under, seeing Cerberus.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that.
I think he's even or higher.
He could be even or higher. There, at that point, then he also mentions that Shanks spent a little time in Maryjois and left. So
Yeah.
now we know that Shanks got his sword Griffin from his father.
How do we know that?
I think that's where he got it from.
So we don't know that, is what you're
We
saying.
don't know that, but
yeah.
because what I've seen, somebody said we know that Cerberus
Yeah.
is the protector of hell, right?
And the Griffin is the protector of
heaven.
treasure.
Yeah,
Of treasure, yes.
But in One Piece term, I think it's a protector of heaven.
Okay.
So,
Heaven. Okay.
if we think about it, heaven in One Piece is technically Marijois, land of the gods.
Yeah.
So the Griffin blade would probably be protector of Marijois.
And that's where they get.
So we're just going straight into theory because
This is theory.
Because I have a theory that the sword that he has,
Uh-huh.
that Garland has, not Garland, but Shamrock has, isn't originally his. I think it belonged to Zebek, or I think it belonged to somebody at God Valley, because to me, it might have been like some loot he required there. In my mind, I don't know if Shamrock is him, because we've seen people have Devil Fruit swords before, and they turned out not to be him. Had it been Awakened, he might not have necessarily been the one who did it.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I don't even know if that's a fruit all the way, only because Oda does that thing that he did with the Gorosei. He didn't drop a fruit underneath it, the same way he did the Gorosei.
Oh wow.
So
we're going.
here's what I want to say. So, one, I wanted to speak a little bit about what I think as far as where he has as strength. I think he's like, his ceiling is higher than Shanks. I believe his ceiling is higher than Shanks, only because one, he is again the leader of the God Knights. We know where, as far as power, where they should be. You know what I mean? So I do believe he's stronger than Shanks. Okay. Two, the fact that he has Cerberus, right, Awakened Devil Fruit, as his weapon, his main weapon. He doesn't have to worry about losing the things, and in his hands, fully capable like wielder, bro. That puts him on another level. Okay, we don't know what Shanks' sword can do. Shanks' sword could also, it might have a Griffin. Like, he might not have awakened that. Like, he has, we've seen a little bit of the energy that came. I feel like he might have something similar to that. But I believe that because he is the leader, we heard what Dragon said, he is, like, his ceiling has to be higher.
He's not moving to the Holy Knights arrive. So, with that being said, with the Revolution Army, we put them out as top tier. Right? So, for him to say, I am not moving until they show up, that puts him in the same regard.
I can't do it with feats though. Like, my only issue with that is I got to see it. Not saying you guys are wrong. Not saying he's not strong.
It's fine. Yeah.
But one thing about One Piece and what they've taught me is never to expect what you expect.
Yeah.
So I can't think he's this level of strength, because I thought the same thing about the Gorosei. And then I'm only thinking that some of the Gorosei are strong now. Like the one with the sword, I know he's strong, but I don't know about the rest of them.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty much
in
the
my
consensus.
mind, I don't know if he's going to be as high as we want him to be. Now, could he be? But right now, I haven't seen any evidence of that.
I would say from what we know, it shows more that he is than not. Because we already know Shanks is a demon. We know Shanks is a demon. He's a Yonko. We've just now started seeing him start to open. Like, we know he's a demon. Okay, we haven't seen anything from Shamrock. We just started seeing him open up. Okay, you know how Oda starts to like peel back layers. As he starts peeling back layers, that's when you know, okay, now it's his time. Okay, this is where we should put him power wise, like by how he like introduces characters. Where they're introducing him right now, how he the first person he picks a fight with is Loki.
The strapped up Loki.
Correct. I get it.
And we know Loki survives it.
But so does he. He said, "Hey, if you survive, come back and get your revenge," knowing that he's not going to be like, he's not that kind of person.
So
but
do
like,
you think if Shanks intended to kill someone, they would survive?
strapped
up, one free shot.
I don't think he wanted to kill him. He said to him,
he was sending a message.
It was a message, and he's like, bro, and he's also testing him. He's like, let me see if he can survive this.
Yeah.
Come back.
Maybe.
I don't think it also wasn't a named attack. It was just like, hey, Cerberus.
Yeah.
That was like
that
probably,
was Flado.
Yeah,
it was fire. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was fire.
It's fire, and that was just a named attack. He was just like, yo, sick him.
Yeah, that's it.
So that being said, now that we see Cerberus, y'all know what this means. It kills. If it is a fruit, it kills one theory of Blackbeard.
As far as
yeah. So him having the
yeah.
Okay, but what is there to say that we didn't see the fruit name?
Does it kill his three-headed sea?
It kills the Cerberus theory.
Okay,
it kills that. I
But
think it does.
what do we think of it not having the fruit? Because they identified Gunko's fruit right off the bat, the arrow fruit.
Yep.
But
Which,
you didn't
again,
see
Go ahead.
Cerberus's name with a fruit.
But when
It's
when
the
he
same thing
called
with the
it,
Gorosei.
but when he called it, it awakened, and then you saw the same, like it
No,
has the
but-
same properties. Like you remember, what was
see
it?
where I'm
Frank
going with
Fried?
it.
What was his name? Frank Fried.
Funkfried.
Funkfried.
It
Like,
had the fruit underneath it. Though.
I understand that, but it is very like visually. It is. There's nothing else it could be.
Okay, but what if
Oda does shit for a reason?
That's exactly what I'm
Oda
getting
does
into,
shit for a
friend.
reason.
Think about it. The Gorosei, we never saw a fruit underneath it, and
Yeah.
it was able to be stripped away, right?
Yeah.
Who does he serve under?
Emu. So you're saying that the sword got
What
his
if he can bestow?
powers on weapons as well?
I
That's
think
also true.
we talked about this last pod.
Yeah.
That Emu may have the power to just bestow. It could be similar to All for One.
And that's
He
a
can give and
conversation
take.
that me the Kervs, did we have that talk?
Last pod, we were talking about this. We were pitching ideas
bestowal?
back. Yeah. He
So-
probably has the power to bestow things upon
Not
people.
only that, I think Luffy has the power to bestow as well.
In a sense,
we touched on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
in terms of belief.
yes.
in terms
Yeah.
of belief,
It's and that's what I was trying to say. The parallel between Emu and I'll say Nika, right?
Yeah.
Is
what you call me?
what the fact that they both have the undying will.
Mm-hmm.
Emu, as
Through
far as
force.
the will, is through force,
Yeah.
brute force. This
Yeah.
is gonna happen. It has to happen. I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And it happens. Luffy's through free will, Nika liberation.
Yeah, believing.
It's the true freedom.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that kind of goes back to like, you know how they say like, depending on who's reading and like how their upbringing is, everyone has a different idea of how the sun god is, who the sun god is, what the sun god does.
Jero brought that up, I believe, this chapter.
You understand what I'm saying?
People had
Let's
different.
get in there.
Hey, can we get into that?
Yeah. Fred,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So-
Spit a little bit.
So I was cutting some stuff up, I was cutting some clips up, and I was going through the chapters, and something I kept seeing, it kept flashing in my head, man, and I seen it. So I have a little theory. I'm gonna throw this out again. It's this theory. It is what it is.
Stand on it, Fred.
I'm gonna stand on it. Fuck it. Okay. Something about Jiro doesn't sit right with me. First, this guy has an entire sword in his head and he's still alive.
Said that last part.
He's got an entire sword in his head. Okay? That's neither here nor there. His memories kind of seems a little fuzzy, seems a little off. That's neither here nor there. Okay? So I'm looking at the picture. There's a portrait of King Harold.
Yeah.
King Harold had the sword. He's sitting there like this. And then I'm going back and I look at the sword in Jiro's head. Sword in Jiro's head has the same hilt as the sword that King Harold had. Okay, so in my head I said, okay, why would, regardless of what was going on, if Loki, even if they're trying to say Loki's a bad guy, about maybe Loki did it just doesn't make sense. If King Harold, right, is in a situation where his life is in danger, the person that he would be going against would be the person that ends up with the sword in their head. That's just how I see it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like obviously we all feel the same way. We all said that something went down there. I don't know the specifics, okay? But Jiro's not exactly who we think he is. It might not be him. It might be something going on. You understand? Jiro, maybe the real Jiro died or whatever. But I feel like something happened, okay? And that's kind of where I felt like the theory, where I could leave the theory at, right? And then coincidentally, I was playing Marvel Rivals, right? And there's a map called the Bifrost Garden,
Yeah.
okay?
Idrisil.
On the same area as Idrisil.
Yeah.
And when you're in the character select screen, I swear this is how I seen it. The sword, the Bifrost sword, same hilt as the sword as King Harold's sword. So then I said, okay, that's a little. Let me do some digging. Okay, I looked up the Bifrost sword. The actual name of the sword is called Hofund or Hofod or whatever, however you want to say it.
Hohan.
No, Hofund. It's like Hofund or whatever.
Yeah.
The meaning of Hofund is man head. Oda, you know how Oda is, bro. Oda's the type of person to see something like that, reference like that, and make it very just in your face, bro.
Yeah.
So, and again, the Bifrost sword was the person that they know that wielded it the most was
Heimdall.
Heimdall. Okay? There's something going on. That Jiro's character might play the Heimdall role. Heimdall might be the actual person that's behind all this.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
to add on to that.
Yeah.
So I don't think Heimdall is going to be the way we've seen him portrayed in North mythology
Yeah.
and in the Marvel movies. Heimdall could be portrayed as far as like a villain, how he was in God of War.
Yes. That's how I think. That's what I believe.
And I was reading some stuff about the sword. The sword is very sharp. It's just as sharp as Heimdall is, this and that.
Yeah.
What if that sword has if this is One Piece?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of lore on the powers or specifics on the sword. So what if this sword can block memories? What if it can cut? So it's so sharp it can cut into memories.
Correct.
Stuff like that.
That's it. Yes.
So what if this person was hit with this sword and does not remember who they are, and they just took the shape of Jor-El or Jor, however you say his name? What if the true
They
attacker?
figured they just put it.
Right.
Listen, when it comes out, when the time
Or
comes.
Harold put the sword in their head.
Yeah.
And they don't remember who they are.
Correct.
So this is a completely different person. We don't know who they are, and they're an enemy to the giants.
Correct.
What if the sword can change your
It has the ability
we
to
don't know
change
what
the
it
property
does.
or the identity of the user.
You see what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways that Oda is throwing stuff
just
in
put it in
our
our-
face, and we
yeah.
don't know what's going on.
I believe
And I
Jorel's-
love this.
Yeah, I believe
Oda's
Jorel's
cooking right now. I love it.
Jorel's he's at the core of this. There's something about him just doesn't sit right, and I feel like Oda purposely he showed us a lot of swords when they're
Yeah.
telling this story. All the swords had the same style hilt, and the only hilt that looked different was King Harold's. And now that's the same sword that's in Jorel's head. I feel like there's a reason to that.
Yeah.
You just got to figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, you got.
Listen,
It's really quiet over there.
Brad was looking some shit up.
I was going down a rabbit hole.
I know.
Go ahead.
No. It's just the Loki and this thing, the person Mosa. I've been trying to figure out who Mosa is.
I think you were right last week. Loki is someone who I feel like he's falling on the sword.
Yeah.
And
Of
taking the blame for
course.
all this, and he's actually a good person.
Yeah.
So my theory correlates with yours and Fred. I have a theory now based upon what if yours is, but it's on the basis that, well, I think me and Fred's theory is right. That Ja Rule is somebody either who forgot what happened,
Yeah.
or manipulated what happened.
Yep.
Yeah,
But if we're gonna go with your theory that he's the serpent of hell,
he's Jormungandr.
there's one thing I wanted to bring up.
Or the fruit
Well,
is
wait.
Jormungandr.
Let me bring that up real quick because the God Knights, where do they appear?
What do you mean?
On the tapestry, not tapestry, but on the carvings.
No, where did they appear when they got summoned in?
In hell? Right or no? Was it?
No,
It was an
they
incident.
weren't
It
in
was an
Helheim.
incident.
They weren't in Helheim.
They were in like the throne room, right?
Yeah, right where everything happened.
So wouldn't they be logged in at a certain when like they have like a spell to go to the exact place they
He
want
said
to?
the same. He
So-
said that.
Wait,
same-
let me finish.
Yeah,
let me roll with me. Roll with me.
Yeah.
If the last time the God of Earth needed the serpent of hell to do whatever they did,
Yeah.
and King Harold knew this, and they knew they needed that, and Loki is a good person, when you want your son to take the fruit
100%.
Yeah.
and become the serpent of hell, because you can guarantee this thing never happens
Yeah.
if your son, who as by all means, Loki seems like a solid guy.
Yeah, he's powerful.
I want
enough
to touch on this real quick.
Yeah.
Luffy's never been a bad judge of character.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel that Loki's a bad guy. And like I
That's
said
why he
last
keeps
time,
asking.
in
Cook.
any anime and manga,
Cook.
the guy who befriends the animal is never the bad guy.
Fact.
So we're sitting here. So I basically am sewing up that Loki's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
I think that Loki might have, if that fruit is it. I think whatever fruit is important to their plan, and that's why they attack King Harold.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Loki might be Jormungandr, and that they actually had him consume the fruit to keep it from the Holy Knights.
Ben, can you do me a favor? Can you pull up the carving?
I was just about to say that's a perfect segue.
Can you pull it up?
Okay.
Okay. If everybody can look
Yep.
on the left side, right? That being right there,
Oh,
right
to the
next
left?
to the giant, the robot giant, right?
Emmett.
Does that not look similar to Loki?
It does.
Okay, you see that thing
You
wrapped
see,
around
you
his
see
waist,
Sun God Nika right next to him.
right?
You
You
see,
see the
Emin.
thing. You see the thing wrapped around his waist,
Yeah,
the little arrow-looking thing.
the pattern.
Now look at the right. Look at the snake, the giant serpent.
I had another thing about this mural too, but we'll get
Same,
to that. in a
it's
second.
got the same pattern.
Doesn't it look like the same pattern?
It does.
I'm gonna take y'all there.
And listen, and I do want to say something. Hold on. I do want to say something because listen, this is not to discredit anybody's like theories or what's going on.
red
This
line
is
stuff?
this is why we do this. Everyone can be so one person can be right, one person can be wrong. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like a competition or whatever, but the reason why I feel like the Yermungandr
Yeah.
theory holds a little bit more weight than the red line is because with this mural, it shows an actual serpent. A lot of people, oh, no, it's not gonna. We already saw a serpent. We saw Kaido. Blah blah. It could look something completely different than what Kaido had. It could have completely different properties, powers, whatever. But the fact that there is an actual in the midst of chaos, like the actual battles, the big battles, that holds a little bit more weight. You're not gonna tell me that serpent is the red line.
Oh well,
You can't tell me that.
Well, I do understand the red line theory in the sense that
I get it. I get it.
It's called the serpent. Because Jormungandr, I think the literal name for it is a serpent.
the
that
world
he-
serpent. It's called the world serpent.
So what I'm saying is, I can see it being the red line
I
as,
get
as
it.
like a form of, because remember, not everything in One Piece is always literal.
Yeah.
Like the god of the ocean just literally might mean the ocean.
Yeah.
The god of the tree just might mean the Adam tree. But I'm just saying, if that is, I'm rolling with you guys. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I see why it could be. I heard the theory that it is Kaido, and that also makes sense to me.
Him coming back.
Because right now he's in magma and he can be the serpent from hell. I see that in that aspect too.
But he always had magma powers.
And that's
Like
why
when
he
did
that's why he might think he's Joy Boy or something like that. Like he has horns. I don't know. There might be a whole correlation there. I get it.
Kaido's cooked.
But
To me, I feel like the Jormungandr theory. Even I could be biased on this.
Still alive.
I think it's alive and
if
well.
you call it, I hope you call it, because that'd be
That'd be
for
crazy.
me, you know what I'm
listen,
saying?
That'd be crazy.
Listen, I truly believe. I know Oda's not gonna. I know a lot of people have been going in the comments. I know some people said, "Oh, great, you read a North mythology book and this and that."
They're nasty.
Oh yeah,
They've
them
been
bottom
na-
comments
yeah,
are cooking
they're-
you.
they're
I didn't
nasty,
like
they're
that. I didn't like that at
Listen,
all.
it's cool.
But
Listen,
this-
it's cool. Listen, I
No,
get
square
it.
up.
Everybody has their own
View on what
beliefs,
can
their
happen.
views, and everything like that.
Some of y'all
We are
refute.
not researchers.
Back up.
Yeah.
Clear out.
We are not researchers.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is stuff coming truly from our heart, what we think is going to happen. And if my theory comes to light and it is true,
Great.
great. If it doesn't and I'm debunked and everything like that, great. I don't care.
Life.
I just want to let y'all know, like, I love doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch on this next. I'm gonna just to come, like, cause y'all gonna keep talking crap, but a lot of y'all don't even have like the balls to guess and be wrong.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get up here and crap on my friends' takes when they over
There we
here
go.
theorizing because they're trying to put in forethought.
Yeah.
He loves this thing. We love this thing. We want to talk about these things, and of course we want to theorize. But don't get up here and just like, if you don't like the theory, comment, debate, talk to us.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what
get
we-
on the comments and just start calling names and talking trash.
We don't
That's
like
all
that.
I ask.
We're here we want to make a community. I like that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
We're trying to build a community, man. Guys,
Yeah.
we're open to, if you have a different view, listen, guys, this is what I think, Bob, this is what I think. But there's no reason for all the negative thoughts. We're just like you
Yeah.
guys. We have ideas and we come up
We
with
want to
it.
hear your theories. How
That's
about
it.
you come
That's
up with
it.
one, you pitch it to me. I'll talk about
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's
say,
it.
if we get a strong enough, some theory,
And I'll
shout you out.
call
I'll tag you.
We'll get you on the pod.
Yeah,
we'll get you on
100%.
here.
Oh yeah.
So
with
the next thing I wanted to go into,
Go ahead.
with that being said, with this, because let's talk about the mural since we're talking about the mural, and then we'll talk about, because we could talk about the other big thing that happened in the chapter,
Yeah.
and bring that into spoilers from 1139.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
spoiler alert.
going into the rest of the mural, what was your favorite part about the mural? Because I'm trying to decipher where are the ancient weapons. I saw that giant
The whale?
whale, and we've all considered Pluton to be a whale, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
It would be a
They
sea
s-
weapon because
they
Pluto
s-
is Neptune, and we all know, like, in Greece,
Yeah.
in Greek mythology, Pluto is what's his name? The god of the oceans,
Poseidon?
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Poseidon's kid?
No,
What?
Poseidon is Neptune.
Is Neptune? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. We think Pluton is a warship, though, correct?
Yeah.
Why is the rain falling on top of that whale?
To signify water.
I'm asking a question.
Um,
Because it took me something back to Zoe.
because it has the power,
Oh,
bro.
you mean
You
like
can
Zanisha?
imagine it probably has the power.
Didn't they
to
have the
create-
whale tree on the back? And then didn't he spray water on his back and create the rain over the whale tree at least once a day? That was a thing
I don't
in
know.
Zoe.
I don't remember, but
That was a thing in Zoe.
I don't know. I don't recall.
Where are you going with this? Because I'm intrigued right now.
I'm just bringing it up because I
Like-
thought that was an interesting thing because I remember that from Zoe, the whale tree.
Yeah.
And once a day,
was-
Zunisha took its trunk and they called it something. They called it like the heavenly rainfall or something. So they called it something.
And you're saying like
We
that
have
was
to get-
something like they
we're
got
gonna
it
have to-
from.
We're gonna have to touch back on that
Okay.
because I don't have the name for it right now. It's just
I
escaping
have
me.
it for you.
So one thing I want to say. So Ben, if you could pull up the mural, right?
Go ahead. No, because he
Oh,
said
No,
so
keep
I-
going,
okay.
keep going. I'll
Okay.
find it for you.
If you bring up the mural, right, you'll see. Where is it? You see that ship
on the bottom.
On the
in
right.
the middle, right
Between
middle,
the fire.
between the Jormungandr and that fucking whatever. What is that?
The tree.
No, the
He
thing
thinks
is
that's
top
Zoe.
middle. What do you think that is in the middle, right over the tree?
Dragon.
Yeah,
The dragon.
yeah. You think that's dragon? What?
This right here. I got,
Yes,
like,
yes.
This right here is what
It
you're
could
talking
be
about?
dragon, but it's fighting against the serpent.
What is that?
So if
Anyways.
if that's the case, if that's actually a depiction of dragon,
Yeah.
right? So maybe that could go back to Juro, right?
Yeah.
Possibly. What if they think
Loki has
Loki has the
devil
fruit, but he doesn't?
It's called the eruption rain, by the way.
Okay.
Eruption rain.
What if Juro
I see
is
it.
the one who actually ate the fruit, and he's the serpent, or whoever is
That would be
maybe
nice.
it's not Juro.
But I'm saying
Whoever
see,
that person is ate the fruit. They're the serpent, and now this depiction of dragon and them having a clash that could happen in the future.
Oh, because the right side is no, the
Don't
left
the
side
minks
is
follow
the
the
new
whale?
world. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
Aren't
You
the
see,
mink right behind the whale?
Huh?
Ain't
The
the
minks?
minks right behind the whale?
yeah, it's the minks.
Yeah.
Listen, do you see the ship?
Yeah.
Do you remember what's his face's ship?
Anel's?
Enel?
The Max. Don't that look like it?
I seen that. Listen,
that's what
I
it-
seen that. The
The
people
Max
from the
Arc
moon.
or Maxim,
The
whatever.
people from the moon.
You see them. You
Yeah.
see the moon people.
Yeah.
You see them building whatever they go.
Why is that
then they
one
go in-
angel there?
So another thing.
Those
right?
are the Skypians.
So
those are
another,
Skypians.
another thing. You see that? That's why the moon's up there too.
Yep.
Right by the ship.
Correct. That's from the first world. That's when the
Yeah.
moon people were making their travel over here.
So I heard the reason why this was a theory. I saw a theory video. They were talking about so that bottom right to the left next to the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see that looks like an elephant,
Right here.
kind of.
No, not that.
Oh, not that.
Yeah, that looks
Oh,
like
that?
an elephant. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I think that's the same. That's the same ship. I
so
think that's
that could be Zunisha. They're saying Zunisha helped the people grab sun power from the city.
But that was the betrayal
Yes.
to Joy Boy?
Yes.
That
Either
wouldn't
was a
make
betrayal-
sense, though, because
Either it was a betrayal to Joy Boy or it was a betrayal to.
Wait, say it
but
again?
Joy Boy was in the second world.
I get it. I'm just saying. They're saying that that's Zunisha and he aided, and either it was to aid Joy Boy or it was to aid the other people. And this is why he's a prisoner.
So me and Fred had this theory that Emu was somebody who lived in multiple worlds because I think the god of the forest. Oh my God, there's so much to envelop in.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to
Dog.
depict what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot
it's
going on.
It's like okay, I'm like it's like trying to be Rain Man with it, like with all the
but
numbers
like,
flying.
Look, but look, like you can see, like Emu. You see how they have the. I guess you could say it's the power of the sun, but
Yeah.
in the One Piece world, it's the Mother Flame.
So
They're
let's,
all fighting for it.
okay. Let's go frame by frame. Let's go first world first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what I see are the stuff that's going on with the moon people. I know they're traveling.
Ben, do us a favor.
Go.
Read the first world real fast.
The first world. There was fire upon the earth. Humanity succumbed. Hold on. Let me pull it
Succumbed.
up. I can't even. Succumbed to desire and through the forbidden sun. The slaves made a wish, and the god of the sun appeared, but the god of the earth became enraged,
Enraged.
and alongside the serpent of hell enveloped the world in death and darkness. They could never meet again.
Listen, that sounds like fucking Loki, bro.
Yeah.
They found Loki in I'm sorry. That they found Loki in Helheim.
Helheim, yeah.
That's where he's locked up.
He's Jormungand there.
Okay? They said, okay, and I have another thing. I think Emu is the
God of Earth.
god of Earth.
He's
The
king
god of Earth became enraged. They talk about how the devil fruit is a tree, blah, blah, blah. Why wouldn't the god of Earth have access to the tree that makes these devil fruits?
So the Adam tree.
The Adam tree.
So do you think the Adam tree actually makes the devil? But the Adam tree's sitting in Elbath.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
That's where they get all the wood from.
That's true.
To make
No. I'm sorry. They said the Eve tree, even though it's in, what's it called? It goes all the way to, it hits, what's it called? Check it out. I promise. It's in, what's it called? Mary Joie.
Okay.
Here.
So the Eve tree is in Mary Joie.
Here. Because the bottom of it, the roots are in,
Elbath.
not in Elbath.
Where?
In Fishman, the kingdom.
Oh, Fishman Island.
But the top of it, because remember they said it reaches higher than. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's right. Hold on.
Brad, I feel like you have something you want to say.
No, I'm just going along with it. I was going to move on to the second world.
I wasn't gonna say that. I said we go into the spoilers, bro.
Okay, let's wrap this up real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. I
As
kind of
we-
want to get. I kind of want to get.
as
into
we
the
wrap
spoilers.
this up,
we
okay.
We have so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go into the second world. I mean, just let's finish this up real quick about
Yeah.
the mural.
Okay.
All right, so I was looking at the mural, and there are a few things that kind of stood out to me. The god of the forest, I obviously think, said it sent his demons forwards. We think those are devil fruits, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also had one theory that it might be. I know we think when they say the half moon, we think it's the D clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The half moon. Yeah, I think the half moon.
Emu calls the D's demons.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the D stands for then? Is what you're thinking?
There are three stands. Some people say dreamers, some people say demons based on this text.
Yeah.
And then some people say the half moon might be them.
You know what they say? Everybody's either the hero or the villain of anybody's story. So
well, look
for
at
Emu's
Marshall
story,
D. Marshall D. Teach. He wants to take over the world, and he's a D, so it could stand for whatever you want it to stand for.
Oh, I have a theory about that. I'll tell you guys after this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
About teachers.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
teaches? I don't think he's human.
You're saying his lineage
I think he's created.
by like Emu, like Emu's like created child.
We'll talk about it later because
Okay.
his body's different. Something's always off
I
with
think
him.
I think he's a Buccaneer.
I think
He's a Buccaneer. Okay, I say.
I can
another
say
thing
that.
I don't
another
think
thing.
he is.
No, listen. Here's what I
don't think
think.
he is.
So here's my thing. We know now that there's something that has to do with your soul. It's either tied to your soul or your will with Buccaneers. Okay.
Right.
We realized that they knew they had to get them off the board instantly. Okay. Kuma's dead. Kuma should be dead. Like mentally. Like there's nothing left of him. So what would be the only thing that would give him the power to go jump all the way to Mary Joie to go fight Akainu and then go back to where Bonnie is? It's tied to his lineage, him being a Buccaneer. They threw it in and they didn't talk about it again.
so.
Okay?
My only problem with that is that the one thing that irks me about Blackbeard is that he's three different people. We assume. I know it's two for sure.
I think he's for sure 3 because I had seen a video the other day.
No,
That's why I'm gonna go with, listen, to keep that still alive. What if there's a way, because they have the manipulation of souls or whatever, how they want to do it, their will, whatever.
Right.
What if he found a way to accumulate multiple wills, which allows him to have multiple, you understand what I'm saying? Different thoughts.
Devil fruits.
Different, and it also allows him to get different devil fruits. Maybe he's taking their souls. Maybe he's taking however he's going about it, because there's a reason why they show, and that's what allows him to take the devil fruits, because there's a reason why they talked about the Buccaneers, right? They talked about Kuma, and then even Vegapunk felt like he was, the Buccaneers. It's blah, blah. It's something very specific about them because there is no reason, because they all say, how is Kuma doing what he's doing? That in itself is a feat that we're not even looking too much into because he shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he's doing.
So that goes into my theory that they're not necessarily, well, not, I don't think that, I don't know. I have a theory that he's not all the way human. I think Emu created like art because they say the ancient kingdom had like these advances and whatnot. And everything that we see in One Piece so far has been trying to be like a replica of what they did. We assume that they created devil fruits.
Mm-hmm.
We assume that Vegapunk is the first person to make
Not assume, that's a fact. He's the first person to create anything the closest thing to
a clone?
an active devil fruit. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about
a clone too.
With
as
like
well.
the cyborg
Closest.
people running around.
No, nobody's touching them.
If you wanted workers and you wanted them to like just exist, we've seen them make Emmett.
Yeah.
What if we just made like human clones, like homunculus almost?
I mean, they're essentially doing that with the S-Hawk and all those guys.
The pacifistas.
The pacifistas, the new ones.
I'm not putting it past them, but something along those lines isn't right. That's
You're
just
saying
me.
that's what they did with because I mean they essentially did that with Bonnie. We know that the Celestial Dragons, they've since back in the day, they've looked for races, they looked for things to be like, okay, well now you're gonna be my wife, just so they can create. They gave the what's it called? The Gurusei gave Bonnie her devil fruit. It was a like devil fruit. It wasn't the exact devil fruit, but they gave her the gene for it.
You get these mixtures of races. Like to me, I'm looking at the Oni,
That's why they
and
did
I'm
it.
looking at the Buccaneers. I'm looking at all these people. I'm like, they seem just like. What if they're all just manufactured? But that's just me.
I hear you. I don't think.
That's interesting.
I don't think.
Let's get into this one.
Okay. Okay. So with the spoilers, we saw some shit. It literally just dropped. I know they off the rip, they revealed who that character was. We all had an idea. We knew it was Scabba's Gabon. It was whatever. Which I think is nice that they're actually able to just open up and show us. That means he's also the Kid Giant's father.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice reveal as well.
What's his nickname?
I don't know his name.
Minister of
Stopper.
Love.
The Minister of Love. The Minister of Love. And that's funny because we kind of joked about it on the pod. I know you guys are probably thinking the same stuff, but these new epithets, and you know how Rayleigh was the King of Hell. The Dark King, and then Zoro is the King of Hell. You know, Luffy's gonna become the Pirate King. And
Goldie Roger was the pirate king.
Goldie Roger was the Pirate King.
So if you're looking at the third wing, Scabba Gabon, he's the
Gabon.
Minister of Love. Who does sound like to y'all?
Lover boy Sanji.
He's a lover boy.
That boy right there.
He's Blackleg right now, but he's gonna get another one. He has to get a new one. Things will turn around. I like that. Okay, and then
I just find it funny how they mirror each other. Like the crews mirror each other almost. And it looks like it's going through that way through history. If you look at the mural, we're looking at all these people are like, oh my God, that's one person in Luffy's friendship. That's one person in Lucy's friendship.
It's recurring themes.
Yeah.
So to me, I've always had this time travel theory because they always like seemed like 3 times it seems to have happened.
Yep.
In all 3 iterations, we have what seems to be the same cast of people.
But it's not.
Or it is.
No, but I'm saying like there's a reason why everything mirrors each other, because I feel like the last person had to start.
And just like Goldie Roger said,
Yeah.
it's not time yet.
Right.
Maybe in that same
Or
iteration.
he just seen that, hey, I don't have enough power for this.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time to put everybody together for this.
So, okay, real quick. I know you spoke about it a little bit. I just want to go back. You know when they said that Shanks went back to Mary Joie?
Yeah.
I think Shanks went back to Mary Joie after Roger told him whatever was going on.
After he told
him, hey, listen, blah, blah, blah. And he's, you know what, let me go see
Make
what
your
my family's
choice.
about.
Make a choice. Go see what your family's about.
And
if
then
this is what you really want to do
your thing.
come back.
Because you have the right to know.
He had to go before he stole the fruit.
Yeah. That's probably where
he learned about the fruit.
Yeah, that's
He's
actually a good point.
Joie.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he went to find out more about.
Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up, how Oda mentioned that they were all on the same, Scopper, Rayleigh, and Roger.
Same level.
They're all on the same level. How do you guys take that?
So
how are you guys
I
receiving
took that
What does that mean?
Eventually, Luffy,
Yeah.
Zoro, and Sanji will all be on the same footing.
Footing. What do you mean by
Of
that?
course,
When
a
I say-
Zoro
when I
fan
say-
doesn't
no,
want
no,
to hear
listen,
that.
What do you
When I
mean by
say-
that?
When I say footing,
Yeah.
we always talk. They always mention three monsters.
Yeah.
The three monsters of the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
At some point, I believe they will all be on the same tier as far as either strength or notoriety.
Or both.
What's with
Or
Oda
both.
in 3?
Huh? It 3 is.
Like Teach.
Yeah. I like it. You got the main component, then you have the right wing, left wing.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
3 admirals.
The 3 admirals.
Three is a very significant number. One thing we didn't talk
First,
about
second, and
Yeah.
third
on
world.
the spoilers.
Oh.
Yeah, first, second, and third world. If 3 is a big number, I think he's throwing it in their face. Luffy,
Yeah.
in the spoilers, said Scopper's Gabon has the key to Loki's
Oh, yes.
cuffs
Yes.
to free him. Luffy is going to fade with Scopper's Gabon is what they said.
Scott Gaban said, listen, I'll give
You
you,
want
the
this
keys,
key, yeah.
but
You got to beat me.
you gotta
I
beat
think
me.
it's just to see if you can contain Loki. Like
I
I would
feel
give,
like-
I don't even think it's just that. I think Scopper's Gabon knows what happened.
or he wants to test him.
Yeah. No,
So-
he wants to see Gear 5.
Yeah, he wants to.
He said this is the guy
this is a
because
way.
he knows the he
Yeah.
knows the truth. He's read the text. He's done it. He's done the entire thing. So he's like, this is the guy.
You think
that
it's gonna
we-
be like a standard fight?
Listen,
I think it's
it'll
gonna be a decent
It'll
fight.
be a test of will.
He definitely has to go Gear 5. He definitely. I think Scopper is gonna open up quickly. Like it's not gonna be anything like he's trying to hit, but he's
Yeah.
gonna show him what he has.
gonna pull out
And
the
we're
axes?
and then we're finally gonna be able to see what Scopper Gaban is capable
Yeah.
of. He's gonna be look at him. He's like, okay, so this is the
got
guy.
me.
He's supposed to be.
Here's the key.
He's supposed to be the pirate
Yeah.
king. He also was trained by Rayleigh. So he's kind of interested. Well, let me
Yeah.
see what this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is this guy? Let me see. What's the big?
So
You
to
understand what I'm
me,
saying?
this will it'll show us how strong the old generation was.
Yep.
Because if Scopper's Gabon can actually stand on a footing for a certain amount of time with Luffy, we know how strong
Which
they
I
were.
will. Which I
Yeah.
think he will.
I also believe that what's gonna happen is he's gonna at some point be like, all right, I'm old, like how Rayleigh was.
Yeah.
I'm not in my prime anymore.
He's gonna open up early.
He's gonna open up early, not for a long time. He's gonna be
Correct.
like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
You're a little too strong for me. You're a young kid.
Yeah, you're good. All
I'm
right,
not
I
there
see.
anymore.
Yeah.
Here's the key.
Yeah.
Luffy's gonna free him, and then we're gonna start to see the real Loki.
Remember, they're supposed to fight Loki, and I feel like the reason why they had the God Knights beat the shit out of Loki because remember Zoro and Luffy said they wanted to fight him. So when
Yeah.
they go, it's gonna be one of those like, oh, what the heck? Like this guy's already beat up. Like what happened? Then he's gonna explain to them, and that's gonna further align, make him
Yes.
align with Luffy, stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I think's
But
gonna,
that's
gonna
that's
happen.
what jumps into me, like saying like we'll see Loki's true nature. Like
Yeah,
you let off, like how what Brad said last pod
yeah,
when he was speaking with that person on the Denden Mushi,
yep,
right? She said you don't let on how nice you are to other people.
yeah,
You're nicer than you let on.
yeah.
Right? Was that the correct term they
Yeah.
said? So I believe there will be some type of maybe a skirmish
Yeah,
when they do free him.
yeah.
But he'll join their side, and then they'll see like, okay, Loki's not as bad as everybody thinks he is.
Yeah.
All right. Last question I want to pose, and this has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
When do y'all think we're gonna see Gecko Moria again?
I think Gecko Moria is cooked.
He's alive.
No, I think his story, like as far as like I think he's cooked. There's nowhere he doesn't fit anywhere.
Listen, I'm a true believer.
Yeah.
Okay. Buggy's crew is going to bring back the Shibuki.
That's the only way. Never mind. He's right. The Shibukai, they're gonna have a
They're gonna bring Dolphy. Dolphy's coming back.
Yeah. Dolphy's coming back.
Shibaki.
The
Yeah,
Shibaki.
whatever I forget the name because we haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
You think
Law's
that's the
gonna
next
come
time we
back
see
with
Gecko?
the
Yeah.
next time we see that team.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that whole Shibuki back together minus Jinbei.
Okay, so it's funny that you say that. Do you remember when they had the flashback recently in the One Piece anime when they showed the execution of Roger and they had showed all the squares? Do you remember who the people were in the square? They were all the Shibukai.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Mihawk there. You saw young Dofi there. You saw everybody, even Gecko Moria. So that I do see that happening.
They're bringing them back.
With the Cross Guild. Cross Guild bringing back all the Shibukai. They're gonna be the Titanic Captain, however they call it.
Titanic Captain.
Yeah, they're gonna be like. That's what it's gonna be like. I believe that. I can see that.
There's so much going on. I can't wait to see what everybody else has in store though, because like I've heard so many theories about all this other like everything in the mural, everything that's going on. He's cooking, man.
Yeah.
I hate Oda for this.
Yeah.
No,
I
that
love
mural.
it.
Yeah.
No, that mural is like
It's in
my
everything
brain
it's
is like.
It's the biggest lore drop in One Piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't even know. He's literally giving us the keys to the palace, and he knows that the way he drew, like, we'll never get it.
Y'all recognize this is gonna be the biggest. Like this is the biggest
He said
in One Piece
yeah.
history already.
Okay, you remember years ago when Marine Ford went down, right?
Uh-huh.
And everybody was screaming because so many different things happened.
Yep.
Oda said, "What I'm writing right now and what's going to happen in the future, I'm most excited about this because Marineford was supposed to just be a notch on my belt."
Yeah.
Is how he was pretty much
He said it was
saying.
gonna make Marineford look like filler.
Remember when he
Filler.
said he was gonna finish in 5 years? And this is something I
Yeah, that'll
realized.
never happen.
No.
not
2 years in.
Well, what I'm saying is he's 2 years in,
Yeah.
and we all know Oda. He takes forever to get to the point. Not in this arc. He's getting
moving.
to it immediately. And
As
I think
far
his
as information,
pacing-
though. As far as information, he's
but
getting to it.
typically we get information so slow in each arc.
Yeah.
Think about how long we were in Wano. We didn't actually get to learning anything for a long time.
Yeah.
It's Water 7. We were sitting there and he was playing around with everybody else for a long time. Skypiea. They didn't get to it for a long time. The lore. They didn't start discovering things for a long time. This one, they're getting right to it. We're like, what, 2 months into Elbaf? And they're like, hey, big dog, guess what? Mural, Scopper Gaban, Shamrock.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, my beer.
hey, guess what?
Listen, you know-
Saul.
You know why I think that, though? The reason why I think that is because,
Loki.
like he promised, Loki reveal. The reason why is because he promised us a war, an entire war, and he knows there has to be information that comes with it.
Who
So-
are the people in the war?
Like we said, and remember, Oda mentioned him are going to do battle during the battle royale. I know one of the hymns is Shamrock. Is it Shanks? Maybe it's not Shanks.
It would have
Is
to
it
be
Luffy?
Maybe it's not Shamrock. Not saying, but maybe.
No. Maybe it's battle royale. We're thinking it's 3 forces. There could be more.
If it's Loki and
I'm
Luffy.
pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure I saw something online about them saying that for them to call in another God Knight
Yeah.
I think he said
Elbaf.
2.
One.
I think he said 2.
I thought he said one. He said we need
It
one.
was
more.
one. They need
Was it
one
one more?
They need one more God Knight. There's
So for him to feel comfortable with just having 3 people.
there's
Him and him though. If I had to say
who is him and him?
it would have to be Loki and Luffy. If I'm thinking him and him, because they're both sun gods.
When he's being
Are they?
being, no
Exactly.
I think he's being sneaky on purpose.
We saw the
because
other Joy Boy, right?
We already know
They had
Luffy.
to do battle.
We already know Loki. We already know. I think when he says him and nah, bro. I think Shamrock is one because we didn't even get the Shamrock reveal yet. When he's being secretive, that means it's somebody that we don't know yet. So I think the other person is either someone we don't know or it's Dragon.
I was gonna say Dragon has to show up.
He said he wasn't showing up until the God Knight.
So if it's gonna be a battle royale, like he's saying,
Ragnarok.
God Knights.
yeah,
I got a Gorosei. You think the Gorosei show up too?
Yeah, they have to.
yeah, Fingerling shows up.
Fingerling shows, bro. I'm trying to
I think
tell you, bro. Fingerling shows
Fingerling's
up.
already started
Shanks
moving.
isn't
because,
coming back.
Listen,
Shanks
remember
didn't come back. He can't.
Fingerling.
He's
Listen,
endgame.
listen.
Endgame
guys,
is.
Fingerling took the spot of Saturn.
Yep.
Okay, remember Saturn was able to create those circles to bring everybody in the teleportation circles, right? How did the God Knights get there?
Teleportation circle.
So Fingerling has received that power from Emu.
Okay, here's another thing.
Of course, he got the power.
But here's another
That's what I'm saying.
problem.
So possibly maybe the Gursei show up again because they already got beaten down. It may not be the full Gursei set,
It
But
depends.
I think Fingerling shows up again.
And they get a win.
it
I think they get a
depends.
win.
They
They
could
get a
win.
big
They
win.
could get a dub
It
from
also
this
depends.
Yes.
to reposition them into like, all right, the girl
It's
Sarah.
Sabo D all over again. The
Where
first
is the
time,
man
part
barked
one.
by flames?
Huh?
We don't know who that is.
You know what I'm saying? If he's on Elbath,
He
I
has to be.
think Blackbeard has to show up.
That
because
could
that's
be the
la-
other guy. That could be the other guy. That could be who him
That's
is.
what I'm saying. If
So Luffy and
No,
and
it could be the man marked by flames and Shamrock. Because they said the man marked by flames has has all the information for the fourth poneglyph. Okay?
he has,
That's why
if we
what's his face
discover it
went to
here-
Elbath.
if
Why
we
did Kid go to
discover it
Elbath?
here-
Mm-hmm.
If we discover it here, Blackbeard can't get anywhere until he gets that fourth poneglyph, correct? How else would he get it?
nobody can.
So all the players would be there.
So here's my thing about Blackbeard, about him getting the information. Don't forget that what's her face?
But she hasn't developed it yet. And she still has to read it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. There's a reason that was a task for them. For her, what's the girl's name?
Puddin'?
That could turn into people.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when she touched homie.
Devana, what's her name?
When she touched the Gorosei.
When she touched him, and then he was even so shocked because he knows what comes with it. He knows everything. So he looked at, he said, what is your like? What do you guys want? What does Blackbeard want? And they looked dead serious. They
Who
looked
did she
at him.
touch again?
She touched Saturn.
Yeah.
And they said, what is Blackbeard's plan? And they looked at him dead serious. They said, the world. He wants the world. Luffy's taking.
That's what I'm saying. I keep giving up. I give up. I give up.
Bro, and that goes back to what we were talking about. Listen, real quick. That goes back to what we were talking about chasing the moon and chasing the sun. Okay, what's the if Luffy's role is the sun god to liberate,
But
to do all this
Saturn's
stuff?
dead.
But listen, correct. But
not everybody knows Saturn's dead.
But Devon's not everyone knows Saturn's dead.
Yeah.
And for all we know, Devon gets all the information, gets all whatever he knows about shit.
Technically, the only people who would know Saturn is dead
It's the Gorosei.
would be Gorosei
And the
right?
God Knights.
The God Knights, and anybody else who is a top tier, maybe Marine possibly,
Yeah,
who would have seen the new set.
I kind of would.
But
know.
can they read the poneglyphs?
Or
Who, the Gorosei?
I think so. No, they don't need to read them because
They
they
have
have all the information.
yeah.
They have it.
So you think he can skip the last poneglyph? Because he might know this.
No, I think he already has the information for it. That's why that reaffirms my.
Oh, so you're saying that
I'm
she
saying
possibly...
Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard finds the One Piece first, and before he can be named the
Pirate King,
the
Luffy-
Pirate King,
Luffy
because
takes it from him.
I believe Blackbeard, his alignment where his parallel ends, right? Because Luffy's trying to be the pirate, not the Pirate King. He is Sun God Nika, and you know how he said the chasing the moon, chasing the sun. Okay, I believe. Because they made the statement, Blackbeard trying to take over the world, he's gonna take Emu's spot.
I have it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
I
Chris.
have it.
We got 1 minute.
I have it.
1 minute.
I have it.
Shoot
I
it.
have it. I have it. Okay, listen.
Talk to me.
Shanks,
Yeah.
before Blackbeard takes his role as the Pirate King, all right?
Yeah.
To get to the next step, they will have that clash. Blackbeard's crew will fight against the Red Hairs, and they will kill every last one of them. And this will happen simultaneously as what's going on in Elbath.
Yep. Because time is different.
Since Shamrock is chasing the sun,
Yeah.
Luffy will fight against Shamrock and defeat him. So at the same time, both wolves will go down.
Oh wow.
Fenrir will lose both sons.
Yeah.
One son will be lost to the moon, and one son will be lost to the sun.
Son, yeah. I feel that. I like that.
Right?
I like that. I'm not mad at it. I truly.
Brad looking at me a
I'm
little.
a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that Blackbeard is the end all.
He's
be
the
all.
moon.
We think so?
I do believe that.
That's what
I
they're
believe
both
that.
parallels. What is the parallel
It
to the
depends.
sun?
I believe that.
What is
bro.
the opposite of the sun?
the moon, bro?
Emu, I think, but Emu has to be the end all.
If Luffy's gonna get
Is he?
his
He's
way,
trying to be Emu.
that's what I'm saying.
Blackbeard is trying to be Emu.
If not like him,
I think
he
Emu
wants
could-
his role.
I
He
think
wants
Emu
his role,
has something to do with.
but not
Blackbeard.
he reaps what he sows.
I think Emu has something to do with Blackbeard. Their powers look too similar for me.
We gotta end this.
All right, guys.
We have to end this. We have to.
There's
End
a lot
this.
going on. One Piece is going crazy. That's another reason.
I forgot to mention.
Go. You got
I think Emu actually got the fruit. I think Emu has a fruit given to him by the Mother of Three, just like everybody else, and that he idealized the god of the earth, and that's what happened. I think he has wings similar. I think he idealized it, and he manifested the fruit just like everybody else manifested the gods.
like the first apple. The
and he
Adam
consumed
tree.
it, and then he turned into the god of the earth, the being overall.
I can see
Okay.
that.
Because
Okay.
if you
on
look,
that
if you look in that first picture in the first
Yeah,
world,
Yeah.
somebody's wearing a crown and looking up at it, and it looks like he's idolizing the monster.
Yeah. And he becomes it himself.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
can
cool with
see
that.
that.
We can't end that.
All right.
Listen, there's a lot going on. One Piece is going crazy. Do you guys have any last words?
Grayson,
Anybody got any last theories?
We got-
Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I said it last time. Usopp is going to retrieve a weapon
Oh god.
named Mjolnir.
Okay.
Okay,
And
it will be made or have already been made
yeah.
by giant blacksmiths, and he is going to achieve his dream of being a hero, and he's going to die a hero. Most heroes in most stories die at the end. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever. All right. Ben, again, I know that we're all over the place with the One Piece talk. It's just so much going on right now, man.
No, I mean, what I want to say is while you guys were talking, I was dissecting this
The mural.
and like there are so many things like you guys. I'm just putting stuff out there, but
Yeah.
there are so many little correlations I'm like really looking at.
Mhm.
All the attention to detail. You know how Loki's horns look like the monster, but also look like the other monster that's hanging from the top. So.
Oh shit. It's
yeah.
deep, bro.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
deep.
there's like
Deep.
so much that I'm like looking in here, and it also from
Ben
an
went down a
outside
rabbit hole.
perspective,
Yeah.
like, yeah, the two monsters are hanging upside down, but at the same time they're sharing the same fire. Is there
Yeah.
Oh
anything?
wow.
No, I peeped that.
somebody also pointed out that
Like-
Frankie might be standing in front of someone in the like what their tree is.
Yeah.
And also, what's the deal with there's
and the
three
tree,
different
the Adam
monsters?
tree, remember he wanted.
Okay,
One
but
is
anyway,
emo-
so
yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
No, there's a lot. There's a lot
Yeah.
going
like
on.
even like from an outside perspective, I enjoy looking at this, and I'm like sitting here like, oh my god, there's so many things, and trying to connect what you guys are all talking about.
Yeah.
It's really cool, very interesting. I love it. So
yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, guys, that's what we got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we're going on a break next week for One Piece, so we'll come up with something. I know we're talking a little bit about kaiju. We're talking a little bit about Kagurabachi. I want to talk about a little bit about Sakamoto Days dropped. I've been watching
fire.
that on Netflix.
Oh, listen.
Can't forget about
If
that.
there's one manga I want to put on to everybody, I want to put everybody on. Give me a second. This is gonna be quick. This is gonna be super quick.
I mean, it ain't been quick yet.
Listen,
Yeah.
Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi.
Oh yeah, you did.
If you are not reading this,
Ultimate
start
Exorcist
now.
Kyoshi.
Ultimate Exorcist
I've
Kyoshi.
read that.
All right. On that note, Ben, wrap it up, baby. Let's do it.
All right, guys, I just want to say that I'm going to pass the helm over to our new star. Great show today,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give him a 3, 2, 1, and let's take us home. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
So good.
Oh, we got it.
okay.
We'll do it together. We'll all do it together.
Ready,
All right.
Papa?
3, 2, 1.
Animanga Junkeez.
Stay golden.
Stay golden.
Again, Papa.
Bang. There we go.